On this episode of Gambler's Edge, we're off to Vegas, baby, to attend a 40th birthday bash with some friends. So this was not a big gambling trip, but of course I managed to squeeze some sessions in. We're staying downtown this trip, and you would think with the amount of unconventional stuff down here that things would be easygoing and chill, but it was quite the opposite. In our short 48-hour stay, we ran into...
So, moving forward, we're going to restrict you from changing your bet.
No more blackjack for you tonight. You can go play anything else.
So we pack our bags, get into the car around 5:30 a.m. for an early morning flight, and we get into Vegas on time. We take an Uber downtown, check into the hotel with this rocket of a front desk agent, get into our room at Circa, and ready to hit the floor. Has anyone been to the stadium swim yet? It looks awesome. We grab some money from the safe, always taking about 100 bets, and head out. Now, just because we're in Vegas on a birthday celebration trip doesn't mean we will forget about our bankroll challenge. Currently, we are at $12,876 of our $100,000 run-up challenge. Fremont Street was rocking for a Tuesday night, and our first stop, we're going to the D. Now, I love playing at the D. Great party atmosphere and drink service. Let's talk about the game rules quickly. It's a 6-deck, $10 minimum. Blackjack pays 3-2. Dealer hits soft 17. Double available after split. No surrender. My spread base will be $25 all the way up through a true 6, 150 times 2. Settling in for the session, we get the hidden camera rolling and are dealt a 19 versus dealer 3. The dealer takes 6 cards to get to our highest possible result, a 26, and busts for a good start. Count has risen to a true 1, so we're betting $50. And yes, I should clarify, when the count is on the screen, that is the true count and not the running count. We get dealt 5-15 and scoop 2 baby cards for a solid 20. Dealer plays friendly and flips over an 8 for a 2-unit win. And the count is -1, so we have a base bet of 25 out. Now, usually in negative counts, I drop the bet to the table minimum of $10, or I wong out, but the pit boss was standing next to us chatting with the customer at the table, so I didn't want any eyes onto us 2 minutes into the session. We end up with a 16, and the dealer draws to a 17 for a loss. Few hands later, the count rises to a juicy true 5, so we slide out 8 bets, or 2 squares of $100 each. We look down at a 5-15 and a 12. I improve on the first hand to 19 and the second hand to 20. Come on, dealer, do your part. Flip over a face card. Heck yeah. Solid $200 or 8-unit win. We are running hot and above expected value so far. About 30 minutes into the session, we're already up $400. One is a true 1, so we got 2 units or $50 out there and are dealt a 6-6 versus the dealer ace. Now, don't split your 6s unless you're facing a dealer 2 through 6. We take a card and improve to 15, but out comes a 10 for a bust. I was having troubles with my camera momentarily, but a few hands later, the count has risen to a +3, so we have $100 on the felt. Unfortunately, we look down at a 14, but the dealer has our favorite card, a 6. We pass and let the dealer do what she should, and bink, too many, plus $100. Count is even here, and we are dealt a 9-19 versus dealer 9. We're hoping the dealer pulls a 9 or 8. She does the next best thing, taking a 7 and busts. Everyone's still at 0. We have a base bet out, $25. We're dealt a 12 versus dealer face. 12 stands against dealer 4 through 6. Otherwise, you hit. Common misplay. The count slowly rises to a true 2, so we slide out $75 and our delta 20. Bring it on, dealer. Bring it on. Oh, wait. We push. Moving on from our cockiness, count is +1. We are dealt a 3 and a 10. Not looking good against an ace. Well, dealer doesn't have it. There's potential. We hit a money card, and what follows is a dealer confused and not being a great counter.
Huh?
Is rising at a true 3. Means we slide out 4 bets for $100. We are dealt an ugly 15, but the dealer has a bust card, so let's hope she does her job. 8,
Ouch.
18. Oh. In editing a bunch of $25 base bets when the count was 0 that we broke even on. Things get more interesting here as we get on a huge upswing. Starting here with a +3 count, a $75 bet. We always double our 11 versus anything. Unfortunately, the dealer improves to 17, so we need some help, and boom, $150 win. I noticed in my YouTube Studios app that a shocking 90% of you watching aren't subscribed. Let's fix that. Hit that sub button, drop any comment in the section below, and I'll use a randomizer to get someone a green chip from the D to you. All right, count is +3, so we got 100 out there, and we're dealt deuces with a dealer 5. We are going to be splitting, and on the first hand, we get to 13 where we stand, and on the second hand, we're dealt an ace for a soft 13, and camera died. Worst timing ever. A side note, the hidden camera I use is great and all, but it has a 10-minute clip timer. I'm having to continually turn it on during sessions. We double our 13. I don't have the footage, but our soft 13 improved to an 18 when we were dealt a 5, and the dealer pulled a 7 for a 12, and then a queen for 22. That's plus $300. Hands later, count as true 1. We have a $50 bet out there. We get an ugly 15, but against a 5, we're staying. Dealer has a favorable run out, and that's a $50 win. This next hand, pretty standard run out, but this is the calm before the storm, as you'll see next hand. And this is where the heat from the pit boss starts to turn up. We are dealt 7-7, and we always split our 7-7 when the dealer has a 2 through 7 showing. So we start to signal about our split. Did you catch that? As soon as I see her pointing over and talking to the other pit boss, I know something's coming. Now, maybe I brought this on myself. The count was negative for a while before this, and I sat out, played on my phone, delayed playing while spreading 1 to 10 units previously. I just wasn't trying to hide it too much as there's so many options in Vegas. Now, of course, I'm playing unrated with no player's card signed in. So she comes over and says, "Hey, what's your name?" Continues on. "So, Andrew."
So, moving forward, will not restrict you from changing your bet. You're free to play, but you can only bet one amount.
Well, that sucks, but also not unexpected. We aren't going to sit around and flat bet when there are so many options nearby. We had fun, a few drinks, and a few laughs with table mates. Bought in for $500 and cashed out for $14.10 for a solid $910 win. Let's go walk around and find some more action. Find some of my buddies at a video poker bar, have a few beers. Hey, and Vegas trivia time. Name that casino in the background. Props to you if you can do it. It's tough. Head on over to Saginaw's and Circa for an amazing Reuben sandwich. But holy beep, $37 Canadian Monopoly money with the exchange. Oh well, that's Vegas for you. Walking for another session, I run into another buddy of mine who clearly has had way too much to drink. You're going to feel that in the morning, pal. And next up is Circa. While I provide you with some scenery at Circa to look at, I'm going to jump in here and discuss the direction of this episode moving forward.
Now, here's my dilemma. I have a lot of footage and I'm unsure whether viewers want a single video going 20 to 25 minutes long. This session is already over 10 minutes in length and we aren't even half done with the Vegas session. Personally, myself, when I'm browsing YouTube, I enjoy a quality, mid-length video between 8 to 12 minutes for entertainment and I move on with my day. I rarely sit and watch a 20 to 30 minute video, so I'm wondering if this is the general consensus of the viewers here also. The channel is relatively new, so I'm genuinely reaching out asking for what people prefer. For this episode, I'm going to cut it. The second half of this episode has some wonderful sights and a pit boss that was all over us. The footage is already shot, so it won't be another 2 weeks for an upload. I'll let this episode run a few days, get some traction, and then release part 2. Cheers.
No more blackjack for you tonight. You can go play anything else.
So this session, we add $910 profit to the bankroll, bringing our $100,000 challenge up to $13,786.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something, don't take for granted.